So I wonder, you guys probably wonder what a guy from, grew up on a cattle farm in Kansas in the 60s is doing on stage here. It was an organic cattle farm before we called it organic. My father was winning environmental awards in '65, and he invented one of the first in-ground passive solar homes in the '70s and started aqua farming and other things at that point in time. When I was 23, I was blessed to go on a 2-week vacation in St. Thomas, in the U.S. Virgin Islands. 12 years later, I had to go home and take care of my mom. But I've lived on islands since I was 24, more than I've lived on the mainland. So I've lived on St. Thomas, St. Croix, St. John, and then in Panama, Isla Colón, Isla Carneros, and Isla Cristobal. So, done many, many, many projects in islands. So to the person from Fiji, Bula, we set up a dental and vision center called Mission Natuvu in Savu Savu. I've done lots of programs with Rotary clubs throughout. Everybody in this room I probably have a relationship with somehow or another. Tonga, we meet at 9 a.m. on Saturdays. So anyway, I'd love to work with all of you guys individually to discuss how Rotary can help you guys individually. We are in 200 countries. There's 1.4 million of us. And we actually helped develop the United Nations in 1945. But as some of us have talked about this morning, they're not really doing what we thought they were now, what they were doing in '45. So what are we going to do? Well, let's put on our big boy pants and work together with Rotary and each other. If we can't depend on somebody, let's depend on ourselves. So fast forward 2020, I was doing a humanitarian visit to Panama. And I usually have about 70 dental students travel with me, all Rotarians. And I jumped on the plane, went down 2 days early to set up the program, and they shut down LAX and Panama, all the airports for 4 months. So I got stranded on a little island called Isla Colón, and it was the best thing that happened to me in my life. So what do you do when you get you stranded Rotarian on an island? Expect some progress. So I'm a PADI master diver. So I started diving, and I noticed an absence of fish. The coral reefs were dying, and a huge amount of invasive species called the lionfish. So we developed some programs. I started a Rotary Reef program, there's no way I can talk about all of this. I invite you guys to come to Carpenter on Thursday or come down and see me or find me. But we developed a program through what I call my legacy project called the 7 Seas Initiative, which actually pulls in partners for pretty much covers every 17 SDG that we do programs on all islands, but pull it all together. There's so many people doing things, different organizations, but not talking to each other. My brother tells me, he says, we don't need another 501c3, we just need people to work together better. And so that is what my secret sauce. I'm kind of a conductor. And what I'd like to do is invite you all to speak to me about many things. And my 4 tables here look at the people there, and if you see them, go and introduce yourself. They're here for a reason. Somebody might represent solar. Someone might represent water. Someone might represent food waste, recycling, plastics, and I'm sure I'm missing somebody, but we cover all 17 SDGs. So I encourage you to come up and talk to me and tell me what you need, and we'll figure out a way to make it work through Rotary, the 7 Seas Initiative, and of course, everything that Matt's done. Matt is an amazing conductor. He's put us all together. And again, also want to thank Trammell Crow for his inspiration in doing all of this. Thank you very much.